Welcome and namaskar. And today we are honored to welcome a truly inspiring change maker, that is Mr. Pranav Desai, a global tech leader, disability rights advocate, and founder of Voice of Specially Abled People, that's VOSAP, a polio survivor who defied physical limitations with unwavering willpower. And Pranavji has carved a path of transformation from corporate boardrooms in the US to international platforms like the United Nations. His nonprofit VOSAP has touched over 30 plus thousand lives across India, changing the narrative around disability from one of limitations to one of ability, dignity, and inclusion. So, without any further ado, let's welcome Pranavji to ITV Gold. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
So, Pranavji, just tell me, like, you have overcome incredible, I would say, odds from a young age. तो बताइए कि what helped you turn your disability into a source of strength?
It is basically the opportunity that I got. I wouldn't say I got disability at the age of 4 with polio, but then after the opportunities that came to my life, and like having good parents, good education, and good life partner, supporting the ambitions, and then coming to the US in '99. All that could put together, a lot of opportunities has resulted into me taking up the cause, me and my wife Usha, taking up the cause that, hey, we have been blessed enough with so many good things, but millions and millions, maybe more than 1 billion people in the world need help.
Right.
Because people with disability is almost 15% in the world as per WHO. In India, it's around 10 crore people. So what do we do? And that's where my own life story, life journey as a polio survivor with a, so to say, successful career at NTT Data, which is 5th largest IT services company in the world. And I am head of sales for mid-market business unit for North America. So a person with polio having sales job, sales leader as a head of North America in a very big company itself is a great motivation. And I believe that is possible with so many millions of people. What we need is we need to find that, nurture that ability. And how do we nurture that ability? In 21st century, we have so many innovative technology products available that allows people to overcome their physical limitation, blindness, deafness, whatever, mobility. And then their abilities are harnessed. So that's what we do with 37,000 people. Every month, 1,200 people right now are getting enabled with our initiatives across India and a little bit in America also.
So, before I ask you about the mission and goals, what you are working towards about your company, as you mentioned that, your wife, Usha ji, she has been with you through thick and thin, helping you with all this, whatever you have gone through and whatever you have built. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Again, it's a very admirable and bold decision that she made to marry a person with disability. She is also MBA from Symbiosis. We are working together at Arvind Mills. But that ideological decision has been the force of inspiration for me, that yes, I can do something more than what I think. And then constantly she is supporting and working on this, what next. And in that, she has also found a very happy moments to see mission getting successful. For example, when we got we drafted the manifesto for India for the first term of Prime Minister Modi ji. It was literally 12 points we written, Vision 2020, and 7 of them could find word-to-word place, half a page paragraph in the manifesto of BJP party. We both were very happy that time. Likewise, the moments when we met him in San Francisco, we both, and she feels also that the efforts being put in is yielding us results, because we are now permanent member to United Nations ECOSOC partner.
Wow.
And in last, as I spoke yesterday, but this was like 9th time in last 7 years since we have become ECOSOC partner, Economic and Social Council. That is where I believe that she is also finding it worthwhile that whatever we are doing is impacting millions of lives through advocacy by bringing new law in India or Accessible India campaign, but also on the ground. We have goal for this year to cross 50,000 beneficiaries.
Wow, wow. And let's move on to VOSAP, which has impacted more than, I guess, 33,000 lives. So tell me the vision and the mission, what your goals are for all this.
The vision is that we have to mainstream these people, people with disability. But for that, we have to be, Voice of SA wants to be a transformative player, catalyst of change. How? First and foremost, our name itself, Voice of Specially Able People. It's time to focus on ability of person with disability. It is injustice, literally injustice, to look at the disability of disabled person. Because from our perspective, everybody has some sort of disability.
Bilkul.
Why do we focus only on disability of disabled person? Let us start focusing on ability of them.
Absolutely.
So that way we'll find opportunities to mainstream them, harness them. And there is a strong economic argument, economic perspective, disability economics, that people with disabilities can contribute to the economy.
Bilkul.
If they are made functional with the assistive device or surgical interventions or scholarships, etc. And that's a 180-degree change. You pay on welfare, charity, keep them at home on food stamp and other social security. As opposed to that, you mainstream them and they start paying taxes like me. And there are hundreds of thousands of people like me, but we want millions of people to pay the tax rather than take the tax. Yeah, there are some people who need the help, absolutely. But that welfare should be limited to the people who really need it. And rest all should be encouraged to produce more.
Bilkul.
By providing them what they need. And that's what we are doing at Voice of SAP. Our vision is clear. Mission is also, for Vision 2047 that we call. It's a very ambitious goal, but I had a privilege to meet Honorable Prime Minister of India at his residence earlier this year in January. And I explained him that India can have $1 trillion, $1 trillion economic contribution from disability sector. From disability sector. We need to do XYZ things. I laid out the plan. That's what I spoke yesterday at United Nations, that the whole world has to realize trillions of dollars.
Bilkul.
By focusing and harnessing the ability rather than looking at it as a welfare or human rights mission only.
मेरा नाम नंदिता त्रिपाठी है। मैं नागपुर हाई कोर्ट में असिस्टेंट गवर्नमेंट प्लीडर हूँ। मेरी असिस्टेंट गवर्नमेंट प्लीडर की जो जॉब है वो एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेसिस जॉब है। मैंने 1999 से अपनी प्रैक्टिस शुरू की। टॉकिंग सॉफ्टवेयर और जो है वो न्यूली इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था जॉस, तो उस पर मैं काम करती थी। कंप्यूटर पे मैंने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट सीखा था और ब्रेल में मैं अपने नोट्स बना के मैं कोर्ट के सामने आर्ग्यूमेंट करती थी। तो आफ्टर 7 इयर्स मैं एलिजिबल हो गई, मुझे सरकारी वकील बनना था। तो मैंने फॉर्म भरा तो मेरा सिलेक्शन हुआ 2010 में 2 साल के लिए। तो मुझे 2015 में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में नोटरी सिलेक्ट किया। तो मैं इंडिया की पहली ब्लाइंड पर्सन हूँ जो नोटराइज करती हूँ डॉक्यूमेंट्स पढ़ के। मैं जहाँ कंप्यूटर सीखने जाती थी वो मैडम का नाम है जिज्ञासा मैडम, वो भी ब्लाइंड है। मैडम ने मुझे बताया कि इसका जो रेट है, इसकी जो कॉस्ट है वो 31,000 तक जाती है, अदरवाइज़ 49,000 में जाता है जिसका लाइफ लॉन्ग है सब्सक्रिप्शन। तो ये सब्सिडी मिल सकती है। तो मुझे कीबोर्ड डिवाइस के लिए जो सब्सिडी है वॉसएप का पता चला और कीबोर्ड के लिए मैंने ट्रेसले लैब का नंबर लिया मैडम से और मैंने कांटेक्ट किया और मैंने बताया कि मेरी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जॉब है, मुझे सब्सिडी की ज़रूरत है। वासाप से हेल्प मिली और मुझे सब्सिडी के लिए इंक्वायरी हुई मेरी और मुझे अप्रूवल मिल गया। थैंक्स कहना है वॉसएप टीम को जिन्होंने मुझे एक इतना अच्छा डिवाइस के लिए मुझे हेल्प किया, जिसका कैमरे से इंस्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट रीड करना। वहाँ पर हाई कोर्ट में रिप्लाई में एक एक सेंटेंस को मराठी टू इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेट करना पड़ता है। जब वहाँ से मराठी में जेल से इंस्ट्रक्शन आते हैं तो एक एक सेंटेंस को पढ़ के मराठी से इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेट करना, ये काम कीबोर्ड की वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट हो गया है। अब मैंने अपने कंप्यूटर पर कीबोर्ड सेटअप कर लिया है। मुझे कीबोर्ड की वजह से इतनी हेल्प मिली है कि मैं महीने में 15-20 रिप्लाई बना पा रही हूँ। मुझे मराठी से इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेट करने में मुझे बहुत हेल्प मिली है, अब मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती। तो थैंक्स टू ट्रेसल लैब्स एंड थैंक्स टू वॉसएप टीम जिन्होंने मुझे इतनी मदद की है। मेरी टोटल इनकम आती है 4.5 लाख पर ईयर। ये डिवाइस के वजह से मुझे अब मेरे काम फास्ट हो गए हैं, यही मुझे कहना है। थैंक्स।
And since you're talking about कि आप मोदी जी से मिले and you talked about like Viksit Bharat 2047 and the road ahead basically. So tell me, like, you have set like an inspiring vision for a fully inclusive India by 2047. So in your view, like, what are the most urgent like social or policy changes that needed to get there?
Emergency, SOS, what I have requested him and also to Honorable Finance Minister Sitharaman ji, that we need to bring about complete incentive package, financial package with the tax incentives. I'm not asking for doling out money. I'm asking for comprehensive tax incentive plan. That's immediately to jumpstart the economy. Because if you create the pull factor, let's say you give employer, if they are paying $100 salary to a person with disability, the employer can get 200 rupees expense deduction.
Bilkul.
That incentive will add to the motivation of taking that extra little risk by the employer. Take my word, a lot of small scale businesses would be very happy to do this. Because there is extra money on the tax that they can save. India will find more taxpayers. Another thing in India will happen is, as we are having ambitions of 30 trillion economy, wherein we are talking 1 trillion for disability, only 3%, with the tax incentives that I'm talking, India will see massive expansion of the middle class in next 23 years, 22 years now. So what does it mean? Middle class looks for tax incentives. If you provide, if you have a father or mother or child or spouse with disability, if you have a home health care person, if that expense is 100% deducted on your tax return as an expense, believe me, there will be more people willing to spend that money. And that itself, the way the growth projection, the whole economic model, will have 5 million new jobs in home health care in India, conservatively, which does not exist today.
Right.
When to spend, and think about, this is all, we have given our own data says, we have 37,000 people who are enabled. We have thousands and thousands of people who are not students, who are like already they have been earning every 10,000 rupees, that is like $1,500 a year. Look, guess what? They are not paying tax, but they are consuming things that pays GST. So government gets 18% back on that 10,000 rupees that they are earning. Because these are not savings economy. These are consumption economy. So the people who gets this earning, if they are given tricycle, they will go and sell milk or lotto ticket and whatever little they earn on the tire repair shop, flower repair shop, cobbler, all of these economic activities will have them spend money. That's the tax revenue that government will get. In addition to the other jobs that we are talking. And certainly that will not only bring that dignity and happiness. Look about the happiness factor, 5. Multiplier is 5. One person with disability has 5 family members at minimum. If he or she is earning, the whole family is happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think really you're doing an amazing, amazing job.
वॉइस ऑफ स्पेशली एबल्ड पीपल, ये संस्था असिस्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में नए अवसरों को प्रमोट कर रही है। जो दिव्यांग कलाकार हैं, उनके काम को दुनिया तक पहुंचाने के लिए भी एक इनोवेटिव शुरुआत की गई है। वॉइस ऑफ स्पेशली एबल्ड पीपल के इन कलाकारों की पेंटिंग्स, इसकी डिजिटल आर्ट गैलरी तैयार की है। दिव्यांग साथी किस तरह असाधारण प्रतिभाओं के धनी होते हैं और उनके पास कितनी असाधारण क्षमताएं होती हैं, ये आर्ट गैलरी इसका एक उदाहरण है। दिव्यांग साथियों के जीवन में कैसी चुनौतियां होती हैं, उनसे निकलकर वो कहां तक पहुंच सकते हैं, ऐसे कई विषयों को इन पेंटिंग्स में आप महसूस कर सकते हैं। आप भी अगर किसी दिव्यांग साथी को जानते हैं, उनकी टैलेंट को जानते हैं, तो डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से उसे दुनिया के सामने ला सकते हैं। जो दिव्यांग साथी हैं, वो भी इस तरह के प्रयासों से जरूर जुड़े।
I would love to hear more about your project, that is
Hitarth.
Hitarth.
Oh yeah, that is
Yes.
another thing for which we don't need any government policy, because policies that we operate at multiple level. We fund the innovators with assistive technology innovations that they do. We subsidize their products so that adoption is better and people get smart glass and smart wallet and hearing aid and whatever. There are a lot of technological products that are helping people today on the ground. Second is that, like I said, we do advocacy to tell government that do this thing, so that we have more tax savings for the families, so that they can spend on that, and that generates the jobs and helps the people for assisted device or whatever, reduce the import duty, whatever, for the assisted device. Third arm is how we can enhance the government of India programs. Niramaya program has been in existence for over 10 years. It is for intellectually disabled people. They get up to 1 lakh rupees, 100,000 rupees per year towards physiotherapy, speech therapy, OPD, dental work, non-hospitalization. And intellectually disabled people, they need it. The scheme is also for the multiple disability people, but that's a small population. Intellectual population is 2 crore people.
Right.
Now, this scheme, despite of having large population, has unfortunately got only 28,000 real beneficiaries as of 23. So we saw the role for us to play. So we launched Project Hitarth, which is healthcare initiative to avail rehabilitative therapies and health coverage. Hitarth is a well-wisher in our language. And Hitarth means, this social. So we pay social workers for helping the families to get the Niramaya card, which is like insurance card, get the reimbursement of speech therapy, physiotherapy, dental work, all of that, so that intellectually disabled people are not left behind. They have opportunity to whatever physiotherapy or speech therapy can do, but they have better life. And that, you'll be happy to know, we have last year, when we started in May, almost a year before, by now we have 6,400 people, 6,500 actually, actual beneficiaries. And 40 lakhs rupees has been disbursed.
Wow.
The multiplier for us,
Yes. Yeah.
we pay 10% of all this actual money that being reimbursed. We don't pay any salary. It's only based on what you do, like insurance agent. This much money family has got, you get 10% of that. So that's how our multiplier is 10 times.
Wow.
And this is the government of India. Think about it, 6,500 in 1 year. We have bold goals to go 100,000 on our own, while government had, what they could reach. So we found the role for us to bridge the gap. Because government has great programs and vision. We need to take it to the families.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Myself, Afroz Sheikh. I live in Maharashtra. I am using SignAble app since 2020. My experience with SignAble is fantastic. I'm using the application from 3 years, and I'm so glad that all my communication obstacles, hospital, police station, family, and elsewhere in the society has been resolved by the SignAble app. Before 2020, my life was a bit more complicated, and I couldn't find a solution for that. I felt all of them around me doesn't support me, and I felt very bad. After downloading the app, I connected with the interpreter, and through them, I could talk to the hearing community. Now, everything has changed. Signable app and the interpreters whom I used to connect with has supported me a lot. I am happy to use Signable further. Thank you.
ये मेरे लड़की की अंडे की दुकान है नांदा फाटे के ऊपर में। तो ये ऐप आने से उसको बहुत अच्छी सहूलत हो गई। ग्राहक से बात कर सकता है, व्यापारी से अंडा माल बुला सकता है। साइनेबल ऐप को यूज करते हुए मेरे लड़के को 3 साल हो चुके हैं और इन 3 सालों में हमको बात करने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही।
Earlier, you were talking about that you were yesterday at the UN headquarters. So, tell me, what was the main message you wanted to share with the global leaders there?
Yes, so very fortunate that this year there are 3 themes. One of the 3 themes was on, creative ways to finance the disability sector. And these 3 themes are under the annual convention of, it's a convention of rights of person with disability. It's a UNCRPD. We are, we are already accredited to CRPD as well as, special consultative status with UN ECOSOC. So that gives us very good access. And so yesterday we were selected, and we got that intimation before 10 days only that we got selected for our thought leadership. So we presented. Why? Because it aligns with the goal of, United Nations subject this year. Every year there is subject, but this is innovative financing. So our way of innovative financing is that the way we are doing, subsidizing the innovators so that the ownership is established by the beneficiary. Otherwise, these products are not affordable. If they have to be made affordable and not free, because freebie has no value also.
Bilkul.
So we have to subsidize these innovative, costly products in a big way so that they start using and the product improvises. So we have assistive technology acceleration fund. We launched that fund with $1 million kitty. That's where we are funding this, innovators in India. Another thing is that creative ways, that tax money that I talked about. That tax money right now, remember, you are collecting some tax from the families.
Bilkul.
But look at the multiplier for government. If that tax money is given as an incentive, it will create a lot more jobs, independence, and maybe some taxpayers out of that. So government has a lot to get back through the GST for the money that they will give up under the tax. So that's what I talked to because the world has to also start looking at it as a untapped economic opportunity.
Bilkul.
So it was a conference of state parties, 180 countries. It was the 18th conference of state parties. So the message is loud and clear to the global community that, hey, this is what we propose to India. World has to benefit as well.
Wonderful. So, tell me, looking at the bigger picture, so how do you see, India contributing to the global disability movement, especially with the, vision of $1 million economic impact?
1 trillion.
1 trillion impact by 2047.
See, India model is more sustainable. That's what I talked yesterday to UN. That welfare schemes has a limited timeline. If one day somebody comes and says no more welfare, what can you do? These people will die terribly, will suffer a lot. If we shift because it's not sustainable. Charity is sometimes somebody has, good day, good heart, they'll give money. Is it sustainable? No.
No.
So what is sustainable? Sustainable is empowerment, not welfare or entitlement. And that is the India model that we have been able to drive so far. Empower people with skills, invest in their skill development, provide soft loan, give free interest-free loans for starting the business, but do the things that will give much more mileage, return on investment, and that is sustainable model for the whole world. America has a lot of money, so they'll keep spending money. But rest of the world, maybe America also has realized that there is limited money. But these things has to be looked with a different lens. Hey, what is the money on the table? And if they start looking that way, I think not only mainstreaming of this population is possible, but also the deficit and welfare spent and all that, those so many other hot topics can be addressed.
And VOSAP's Ignite program, it has engaged many youth volunteers. So I want to know from you, why is it important to have youth, especially, volunteers, and what good will it do?
Two things. One is America has a very good culture of promoting volunteerism. So all the students are looking for some volunteering hours. We found that as a right opportunity for us because we have a ton of things to do at Voice of SAP. And that's where we launched this Ignite program for 4 years, in which it's a 9 months of structured volunteering. They have to do 100 hours of serious volunteering, not just few hours here and there and hey, I did volunteering. No. We want serious volunteers. And then they do amazing job. Amazing job. They do research, they do accessibility rating. They become fanatic accessibility advocates. They'll find and say, hey, this is not accessible. That's the skill they have developed. Not only that, a lot of other things. Disability related artwork, debate. We do various things. They go into the community, conduct events. All of that helps people to spread awareness of VOSAP narrative. This year we have two major projects, which I want viewers to know that VOSAP is heavily working on a possible book launch next year.
Wow.
And this igniters, smart igniters, very smart. They have found 200 amazing individuals with disability around the world, of all ages, all continents, all professions, whatever intersection you can think about is there. So when that book is ready, if some parents have a child with disability, they will not think that their world is over. Look at these people. Enough of that content will inspire people with disability. Oh, I can be like this. So it's good for parents, it's good for individuals, it's good for people in mental health challenge. So this book is very purposeful in my view because disability has that inspirational element. Many people are like that, we know. But when you put all them in a context with a theme, it should drive some, outcome or value further. Another project we are doing is, again, around 15 igniters on LA 2028. How we can make LA 2028 most accessible ever, Paralympics. So we are comparing Tokyo, how the robotics were used there, how the transportation was there, what are the technologies being used at the venue for different type of disability, what are the accommodations done at Paris, all of that. So we kind of put recommendations to the LA 2028. So we are auditing all the venues. There are 22 venues of Paralympics, so all of that. So this is very purposeful volunteering, and they love it.
जिनके कारण ये आज का प्रोग्राम जो मुमकिन हो पाया है, जिसमें कि सबसे पहले और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट वॉइस ऑफ स्पेशली एबल्ड पीपल VOSAP, इनके देसाई साहब जो इसके फाउंडर हैं, इन्होंने एक सपना देखा है, ख्वाब देखा है कि जितने भी हमारे स्पेशली एबल्ड लोग हैं वो 2047 तक हमारे जो देश की इकोनॉमी है उसमें $1 ट्रिलियन का योगदान कर सके, जो कि अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा लक्ष्य है। बट उसके लिए जिस तरह से ये लोग कार्य कर रहे हैं, मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि ये आगे इसमें सफल होंगे। एंड अब मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ स्पेशली एबल्ड पर्सन, जो हम बोलते हैं स्पेशली एबल्ड। सबसे पहले अब्दुल मजीद साहब ने बहुत ही बखूबी इस चीज को बयान किया और मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि ये हमारी सोच या हमारा दिमाग है जो कहता है कि कोई आदमी स्पेशली डिसेबल्ड है, लेकिन इस चीज को हमने अब नए तरीके से कहना शुरू किया है कि वो स्पेशली एबल्ड है। जो चीज एक आदमी, आम आदमी पूरे शरीर के साथ नहीं कर सकता, वो एक स्पेशली एबल्ड पर्सन, जिसको कि खुदा की बरकत या फिर जो कहते हैं, जो बताया मजीद साहब ने, खुदा का एक बर्तन है उसके अंदर, जिसके अंदर वो एक मतलब वो काम जो कर सकते हैं वो एक नॉर्मल आदमी नहीं कर सकता। तो मेरी तरफ से आप सभी लोगों को सलाम है आपकी जिंदा दिली को, और आप हर दिन हमको एक ऐसा लेसन या एक ऐसा सबक देते हैं कि अपने जीवन के साथ, कवियों के साथ भी आदमी आगे बढ़ता है और अपने अपने जो भी काम होते हैं उनको अच्छी तरह से अंजाम देता है। तो मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत थैंक यू आप सभी लोगों को। और ये तालियां आप सब लोगों के लिए हैं जो यहाँ पर आए हैं प्रोग्राम में शिरकत करने, और ये जो क्या कहते हैं, जिनके लिए हम ये चीजें कर रहे हैं। ये चीजें करके हम शायद अपने आप को एक आश्वासन दे रहे हैं, बट उससे ज्यादा जरूरी ये है कि ये चीजें आपको देने के बाद मुझे इस चीज की पूरी उम्मीद और यकीन है कि आप इसका बहुत ही सलाहियत से इस्तेमाल करेंगे और इस काम को, मतलब ये जो 1 ट्रिलियन वाला जो भी काम है, इसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे आप। उसके बाद था स्क्रीनिंग फेज, जिसके अंदर के जरूरतमंद जो हमारे हैं उनकी स्क्रीनिंग की गई। ये स्क्रीनिंग 3 COBs में की गई, कंगन की COB में, आपकी मामर की COB में, और उसके बाद हमारी गुंड की COB में। और इन COBs के बाद 49 ऐसे लोग चुने गए जो कि 10 गांवों से, जो हमारे कंगन सब डिवीजन के 10 गांव हैं उनसे वाबस्ता हैं, और उनका हमने इसमें चुनाव किया और उनको ये जो बेनिफिट्स हैं, जो वॉइस ऑफ स्पेशली एबल्ड पीपल है, इनके माध्यम से दिए जा रहे हैं। तो ये है, और हमारा काम इसमें यही था कि हमने जरूरतमंद और देने वाले को एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे लाए हैं, और आई एम श्योर कि मतलब ये आगे इस तरह से काम और भी हम करेंगे और इसको अच्छे से करेंगे।
I want you to give a message, especially to our Indian diaspora over here. If they want to connect and they want to do something for, the community, what can they do and how can they do?
First of all, they definitely, if whoever is interested, they should send me directly an email that I want to do something in my city. Because the good news is that we have chapters all around America. We can then connect them. I cannot give all chapter leaders' name here. That's why I'm saying put it to Pranav.Desai at voiceofsap.com. And then people will be connected. So Dallas, we have a great team there. Houston, we have a great team. Atlanta, North Carolina, New Jersey. Yesterday I had a dinner with our leaders, around 16 leaders here in the area. Likewise, Chicago, every city, Los Angeles, Bay Area. So we have people. So you can directly get connected, number one. Number two, look at your hometown in India. If you can find good, worthy NGO or blind school or deaf school, bring us to our notice. We will help them, because right now, in next 6 months, we have a special VOSAP Vision Drive 2025 from Dehradun to Chennai, Ganganagar to Guwahati. We are covering lots of places. With this drive and events, special events, around 200-250 people will be enabled in each location. Maybe they can help us. So if you want to really contribute to your hometown, think of, if you are wealthy enough, why would you not adopt the whole district?
Absolutely.
Whole city, whole taluk, or even your village. That no person with disability should have any problem if you, Mr. X, is there. That's the direct, and we will make sure that your money goes to that place. You will only distribute. We have so many examples. Belgavi, we have another volunteer from Bay Area. We have now nobody in Belgaum available. We are not finding beneficiaries, so they are going to Kolhapur. We enable people in Kolhapur, and there's another city also, Hubli or something. So they are going outside Belgaum, because Belgaum is so many events happen. So that's the pride you can take as a change maker to your own community where you come from with Voice of SAP.
happiness in the world. I like to be happiness, rain and rain.
What's next on the horizon for, of course, you personally and for VOSAP?
VOSAP, our current growth path is annually 50%, which we want to continue. And we certainly want more resources and donations. So, and we want to take this to the next level. For that, we are definitely looking for visionary, transformative Indian diaspora leaders. If they come to know about this project or this initiative, I guess we'll love to talk to them, because then to transform the world is a real opportunity. We have figured it out. India model is ready to take it to many other countries. India itself can benefit a lot with us. So let's, if myself alone from friends and family support can enable 37,000, and we will do on our own more than 100,000 pretty soon. We have funds. Why can't we do it to millions? So that's the message to our diaspora, that donate online generously, adopt one Hitarth, which is just like $25 a month, that will take care of the whole healthcare for that person for the whole year. So $25 healthcare for one intellectually disabled person for the whole year. Start doing that, because we need more and more people to support, strengthen, so that more and more we can do. While we certainly hope that, we are the catalyst, so more people, more countries will also take our model and replicate.
Yes. Anything like personally you want to talk about, like projects you're going to do or something else?
No, we are right now laser focused for this enablement with assisted devices and Hitat project. We have a lot on our plate right now.
Okay.
And staying focused, this would get us to where we want. But in terms of scale, we definitely need millions of more dollars. We have been raising over $1 million for the last few years, which is great, which is why we are now able to talk next level.
So I was just wondering, do you have a website or something?
Yeah. voiceofsap.org. Voiceofsap.org. We have a website. We have a mobile app called VOSAP. And social media handles, LinkedIn. You can stay connected. You can see so many beneficiary stories, videos of all these people and devices on our website. And on a lighter comment, when I see the bill from AWS for hosting our website, I feel good, but oh my goodness, so much money we are paying to AWS because so much of traffic is there.
Right.
But I want Indian diaspora to really, because we provide assistive device to anybody in India. Online you apply, you receive at your home. Now, that's the democratization of the technology access at a subsidized price. But we need more people to join.
So, you're talking about technology. And of course, it seems to play an important role in your job. So tell me, how does technology help advance, your kind of advocacy?
Very good point. I should have covered it. Our biggest differentiation, if at all, is, yes, advocacy with leaders is Modi ji and all that we have been very successful so far. But technology. With my background of helping our clients to adopt technology to solve their business problems, it's very easy for me to use that. So, for example, we are using this online platform where anybody can apply online from anywhere. They receive the device at home. We are using the call center solution that ICICI is using. All is donated to us. Salesforce is donated to us. Salesforce implementation is donated to us. So we are not spending kind of that, but we have a lot of good people around us who does it. But end of the day, we have around 27 different technology tools, leading technology tools that we are using to achieve the scale that NGO is not able to. Most of the NGO are not able to get the scale because of the lack of technology. We have been able to achieve the scale with a lot of processes and controls through the process, through the technology. But that and the second part of this technology is assistive technology. The real thing in 21st century is, PIG, we have so much of AI, robotics and all of that available. And these products are being innovated by our innovators who are not disabled. But they have invented. So we support them so that people really benefit. Think about a smart glass telling you that what is the price of dosa in a menu. You don't need to read the whole thing. You say, hey, what is the price of dosa? It will tell you it's 70 rupees. That's the AI for a blind person.
And lastly, any messages out for our ITV Gold viewers?
Well, thank you very much first of all, for having me here. And message is that let's start thinking differently about disability. And here is an opportunity for all of you to consider seriously that how Voice of SAP can be strengthened with your active participation as a volunteer, as a donor, in whatever capacity you can be. As I said, everybody can do something in this particular mission to make a difference, positive difference. And that's very satisfying.
Absolutely.
That's very satisfying. And that's why I have, as I said, thousands of volunteers, thousands of donors. We want much more to make it like a mass movement, to transform. Like in 28th century, we achieved women empowerment and inclusion, more or less. 21st century, 15% of world population that is called disabled, we call specially able. We have the opportunity to mainstream them with technology.
And with that note, I would like to thank you so much for coming to ITV Gold Studio and talking to us and letting us know about your organization, VOSAP. Thank you so much and wishing you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Priya.
Thank you.
Thank you.